The Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Cousins. It's caught. Mitchell. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
To throw again on second down. Cousins. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
It comes to me, it's me. Check. Hey, can. 45's the mic. Check. Hey, foxtrot. Find the mic.
Play fake. Cousins. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That one good for 26 and a first down. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you, push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
At the 43-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey. Let's get that ball. Switch. Look at me. Go.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Check 24. Go. 55. There we go. Out. Alert 3.
Lock on 3rd down. Got a man open. It's Sutton. 50 catches for him now on the year. He's got a first down. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Nice hit, boy. On the
The
ready.
run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, I'm coming. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Ready?
Lock to throw on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Check. Motion out of the backfield. 45. Mike, 45.
Following the interception, Cousins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Cousins. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Bradley Chubb, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check. 45 to Mike.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. That's taken at around the 40. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They're on to the 2nd half now down in Miami. It's now a 2-touchdown lead there for the Dolphins. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike, 54. Let him know. Go on. Get it.
Here's Lindsey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Watch a slant. Hard. Shit.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
Out. Fair. Yes.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Block. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Martin now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Lock going to go on fourth down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Danielle Hunter, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 31. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On the carry, it's Cook. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time, as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Let's go. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. No. Off.
They'll run with Cook. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They run it again with Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
On play action, Cousins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Block in the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Hey, lock it. Joker.
Block now on 1st down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Danielle Hunter, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing now is Locke. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Kill, kill, kill.
He's looking at me. Score, score.
From the gun on third down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaleel Johnson, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Sherrills to return it. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the fourth quarter now. And the Cowboys now, they've opened things up in that one. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Cousins here to throw. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets into the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Again, it's Cousins. Going to throw right side here, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Next to score, Vikings 21, Broncos 3. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now it's Lindsey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Ready.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem with me.
The Broncos had 15 4th down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here. Locke to throw for it on 4th. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Check, 45's the mic. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Hey, Steamer.
Throwing here, Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Minnesota, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.